Radical.
So as you see here, that Frosk person, the games reviewer person on G4, Froskurin, however you say her name, she has deleted pretty much her entire Twitter history. She only has 188 tweets left. It says here, probably less than that. But I'm not surprised that she would delete her entire Twitter history. She was tweeting a lot of things. She was tweeting, actually antagonizing a lot of people that were criticizing her. Peace out. You know, the infamous peace out 3-minute bit, to where she just like went off on a lot of really like G4's own audience. You know, the toxic males and all that kind of stuff. When essentially, I really didn't think it had much to do with that. And the fact that, you know, a lot of the audience finds Olivia Munn and Morgan Webb, you know, to be more, quote, bangable. It just kind of came out of nowhere. You're like, what? Well, why is she talking about this stuff? I think actually it had nothing to do with that, but she was called out for some kind of stuff with the Xbox or PlayStation, or she had some comments that didn't really make a whole lot of sense. When the funny thing is, if you're working at G4, you would think, well, you would know a lot about video games if you work at G4, but apparently she was being called out for some ignorance or fanboy, fangirlism or something like that, and then that led to that rant, which has now, I think, caused G4 a lot of problems. G4 wasn't like really doing great, I don't think, before that. In fact, there was a lot of excitement, I think, for G4's return. But I mean, what even channel is it on right now? X Infinity or something like that? Or where can you even see it? Like, as far as I can tell, it's mostly like the YouTube channel. Used to be like G4 was featured prominently. It was like in your cable vision, it was near maybe Comedy Central, Cartoon Network, you know, it was right up in there. It was right there. But now I'm like, okay, where do you even see it? Where do you even see it? There were some great shows on G4, but I'll talk about maybe that another time. In the future, I have a lot of things to talk about concerning G4. And I might, you know, highlight the differences between new G4 and old G4. But yeah, so Frost deleted all of her tweets, it seems like. Arbel brought up something interesting. He thought in his comment, I don't have it with me right now, but he thought it might be that definitely we see that Adam, Gerard, and the other guy on the couch, they were legitimately shocked and surprised at what she was saying. And Adam, of course, his response was just to do like a weird kind of like a huge like seal clap at the end. But when you look at them, you're like, okay, this is weird. But when you look at her, it seems like everything she said was perfectly in place. You know how sometimes you could tell when somebody's talking if it's actually just scripted or if it's just them giving their thoughts? And some people are really good at actually being able to rehearse lines, but it seemed like lines to me. That's what it seemed like. If you listen to it again, it seemed like lines. So Art Bell was thinking that maybe that was actually rehearsed and the show was, it was a spot in the show. And if that was the case, that's hilarious that G4 actually thought that that would go over very well. And Frosk actually said that G4 supported her there. So that leads me to believe that, you know, not only did G4 support that, but they were behind that rant. And again, that is hilarious if they were behind that rant. That is now, well, you see what it's doing to the channel. The channel, by the way, the YouTube channel wasn't getting a ton like of views or interactions before. Maybe that was G4's way of, I don't know, maybe stirring the pot, maybe getting some coverage. I mean, it did work if they wanted to actually get some coverage to their channel. They figured, you know, well, our channel seems to not be doing the numbers we want, so, we're going to create an event. Well, if that's the case, this is not exactly the event that you want to create. when you have all these people commenting, and by the way, they're deleting comments there. If you have these people commenting on the videos, hashtag ban Frost, get rid of Frosk, get rid of this, we want old G4, old X-Play back, when you have comments like that, that probably wasn't, if that actually was the case, Art Bell, probably wasn't a great move to structure that as an event.